Hello students, I am Pallav Darbari, your host, and I welcome you all in my Pallav Darbari classes. Today in this video we will discuss the second chapter of business studies, that is forms of business organization. Let us see the topic that we will discuss in detail. First is Hindu undivided family business, then merits and demerits of Hindu family business, and the features of Hindu undivided family business. Firstly, we will see the meaning of Hindu undivided family business. It is the business which is owned and managed by the elderly member of the family known as Karta. This business is governed by the provisions of Hindu law. The basis of membership is birth in a particular family. So any business which is being governed by the Hindu law and which is being managed by the elderly member of the family, that is Karta, is called the Hindu family business. In this figure we can see he is the Karta and these are the family members. So the business is managed by him and they are following the instructions given by Karta. Let us discuss the features of Hindu undivided family business. The first feature is formation. It is very easy to form the Hindu undivided family business. It is formed by only by the registration. The business can be formed. They don't have to worry for the finance. Why? Because ancestral property is enough. Membership by birth. In the case of the Hindu undivided family, the membership will be allotted by the birth. Liability of all the members are limited except Karta. Karta has unlimited liability. Continuity. The Hindu undivided family business has perpetual succession. If the Karta died, then the next elderly member will automatically become Karta. He will manage the business. So continuity. It will continue for a longer time period, for infinity. Minor member. As long as a child born in the family, he becomes the member automatically. So here the minor can also become the member, or minor is always a member. Let us discuss all these points in detail. First is formation. For a Hindu undivided family business, there should be at least two members in a family. Minimum two. And some ancestral property is inherited by them. Without the ancestral property, the business cannot be started. And without two members, it is impossible. So minimum number of member is two and the maximum is unlimited. Here is membership by birth. Listen, there are two methods. There are two types of Hindu undivided family business. One is Daya Bhag and the other one is Mitakshara. Daya Bhag is applicable only in West Bengal, and in the Mitakshara it is applicable, it is being found in every part of the country. When I say membership by birth, it means in the case of the Daya Bhag system, female also have the share, or female can also become the member of the Hindu undivided family when the husband of the female died. But in the case of Mitakshara, if the male member died, his wife will not have a share in the business. His wife will be managed and looked after by the elderly member of the family. Daya Bhag is only found in West Bengal, and in rest of the country, Mitakshara system is followed. Let us see. There are two systems which governs membership. One is Daya Bhag system. It prevails in West Bengal and allow both male and female members to co-partners. Mitakshara system, it prevails all over India except West Bengal and allows only male member to become a co-partner. Female member cannot become. If the husband of the female died, the co-partnership also automatically died with him. She will be managed, she will be looked after by the elderly member of the family. The next feature is liability. The liability, it means obligation, responsibility towards the business. In the case of Hindu undivided family business, Karta is having the unlimited liability, while the other members is limited, the liability of other member is limited to the extent of their share in property. They don't have unlimited liability. Whatever be their share is in the business, they are liable to that share only. If anything goes wrong, if the liability of the business is enough, then their personal property will not be touched, but the Karta's personal property will be sold. The other co-partners are well protected. Next is continuity. The business is not affected by the death, incapacity of Karta in case the non-senior member, if anything goes wrong to the Karta, the other senior member will automatically becomes the Karta. So here we can say the Hindu undivided family enjoys perpetual succession. It means the business will continue as long as the member wants it to continue. Next is male membership. Minor members. A minor can also become full-fledged member of the family business. With the birth itself, he becomes the co-partner. Let us discuss the merits of Hindu undivided family business. Is effective control. So all the decision is being taken by the Karta. So the control is in his hand. Whatever the decision the Karta takes, it will be implemented, it will be followed by all the co-partners without if and but. Next is continued business existence. The business will enjoy perpetual succession. What it means? It means if the Karta died, automatically the other senior member become the co-partner. So the business will enjoy uninterruption. Limited liability. The other merit is that the business enjoys unlimited liability. What it means? It means all the members of the business, all the co-partners, they have limited liability. They are liable to their shares in the business. If anything goes wrong, then their personal property will not be touched, will not be sold to meet out business obligations. The secrecy is maintained in the business since the business is run by or joined by all the family members. So all the decisions relating with the business will be kept in their hearts. They don't leak out any of the business secret. They will not tip off any of the business secret to the outsider. They will keep all the secret within their very heart. Loyalty and cooperation. Since all the family members are managing the business, so all are loyal. Why? Because every family member is always loyal towards the other family member. So here we can say that the loyalty is in the business. Every family members cooperate with the other family member. Why? Blood relation is there. Blood demands cooperation. Now let us discuss the merits in detail. The first is effective control. The Karta can promptly take decision as he is the absolute decision making power. Whatever the decision the Karta takes, all the family member has to follow it without if and but. So effective control is there. Why? Because only one person is taking the decision and the other person are following it. Next is continued business existence. With the death, lunacy or insolvency of the Karta, the business is not affected. If he dies, if anything goes wrong to Karta, the other senior member automatically becomes Karta. The next is limited liability. As we have discussed, the liability of all the members are limited except Karta. It means what? It means that their personal property, the personal property of the sub co-partners will not be touched, will not be sold if anything goes wrong to the business. So here they enjoy the benefits of limited liability. Next benefit is secrecy. The complete secrecy regarding business decisions can be maintained. All the family members keep the decision within themselves. And most of the time we have seen that the Karta will not take or will not reveal the decision which is of utmost where the utmost secrecy is needed. So all the decision which should not be leaked will always be in the heart of Karta. Karta only tell those information which he feels should be intimated. So secrecy is 100% followed. Next is loyalty and cooperation. It helps in securing better cooperations and greater loyalty from all members who run the business, because all the family members are running the business and every family member is loyal towards another and they easily cooperate with the other. Why? Because this is the power of the blood. Let us see the limitations of HUF. The first limitation of HUF is limited capital. Only the ancestral property is the capital. If the business want to, if the HUF want to expand the business, they face problem. Why? Because they don't have any other additional source and their sources are limited. So they don't enjoy the benefits of unlimited capital, which is only found in the case of company. Next is unlimited liability of Karta. Karta is having the unlimited liability. If anything goes wrong, only the Karta should be caught. The personal property of the Karta will be sold. Next is dominance of Karta. Most of the time it is being seen that the Karta is giving instructions. Karta is giving instructions and Karta is forcing the co-partners to follow his instructions. Next is hasty decision. Most of the time it is being noticed that the Karta, if the Karta is not well qualified, if the Karta is not well educated, then the decision taken by him may be hasty, may be wrong. The next is limited managerial skill of Karta. As I told you, all the decision is being taken by the Karta. So most of the time the Karta is having the limited managerial skill. He is not up to date. He is not according to the latest trend. He is not familiar of the latest trend. Let us discuss all the limitations in detail. First is limited capital. There is shortage of capital as it is limited to the ancestral property. And if the business want to be, if the Karta want to expand the business, they find problem. Second is limited liability of the, unlimited liability of the Karta. It makes him less enterprising. Karta is having the unlimited liability. All the family members have limited liability. So if anything goes wrong, then the personal property of the Karta is seized. So all the time he is in great tension. Dominance of Karta. Karta manages the business and sometimes he ignores the values or advice of other members. This may cause conflicts, misunderstanding, and even be the responsible factor for the breakdown of the family. Hasty decisions. As Karta is overburdened with work, he may take wrong, unbalanced decisions which might not be good for the betterment of the organization. Next is limited managerial skill of Karta. It is a serious problem. The joint Hindu family business is on decline because of diminishing number of Hindu families in the country, and the Karta mostly don't have the latest information, latest value. They don't know what is going on in the market. They don't know the latest managerial skill. So with a limited orthodox style, they are managing the business, and because of which the business is running mostly at a loss. That's all we have in this video. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. Meet you soon with a new video. Till then, bye bye. Stay home, stay safe.